It's been 2 weeks since I've been able to work on this house. And that's because we processed our 2 pigs and 1 sheep, and the preparation, processing, butchering, all that stuff, and then all of the stuff you do afterwards with the bones, the meat, the grinding, just there was a lot to it, and it's been keeping me busy, way busier than I thought it would, but that's okay. I'm done with it now. I was able to get back into this house, and yesterday I spent a couple hours getting the final 3/4 inch plywood off of the what used to be the library area, and you're probably seeing some of that time lapse right now. Now that that's off, I can lift up this felt paper that is covering the original floors, and I just want to kind of see the shape of the floors. In a previous video you guys saw that area over there, what those floors look like, and we haven't been able to see past this brick right there, the brick chimney that used to be used for a fireplace. So let's go ahead and uncover this now. Let's take a look and see what it feels or looks like. I can definitely tell there's some really soft spots on the floor, because when I walk, now that that 3/4 inch plywood is gone and the floor is not as stiff, I can definitely feel some weak areas. So let's take a look at that and see how it goes. Well, as you can see, overall, it looks really neat from far away, but it's pretty rough. Let's get some close-ups, so I'll show you some of the areas that are pretty bad. And then we'll continue taking up some more plywood on the second half of the original portion of the 1930s house. Right here by the door, this is pretty soft. It's not the softest spot around, but it is pretty soft. When we stand here, when we walk in, we can definitely feel a little bit of a, you coming in, Kinsley? I can definitely feel some movement when you first walk in here. Yeah, I mean, that bounce is pretty good right there. That's a pretty good bounce. See, over here, it's even worse. Like this. You can see the movement. So that's really pretty soft. And then over here there was some foam board and some thin pieces of plywood kind of filling in a dip that's right here. So about right where Kinsley is, it dips down probably a good 2 inches, and you can definitely feel the dip when you walk, and it gets worse about right there. So, and in fact, looking at this wall, you can see right here the wall dips, and that's because this board right there is pretty rotted. It's interesting that the way they did the wall here, the studs go to this bottom plate, but the bottom plate is not attached directly to the foundation. It's actually resting on the floor joists that go this direction here. Again, 18 to 24 inch on center. Okay, so I feel a soft spot right here also. Anyway, you get the point. It's not in perfect condition by any means. It looks really pretty, but it's really scuffed up. And our plan is still to take it up. Now over here, the staining doesn't continue, and that's because this is where they must have had a fireplace, because there's the brick chimney. It no longer goes through the roof, it's just capped with some insulation. So it's not a functional fireplace, but they definitely had definitely had a fireplace here, with maybe those brick layers or something, pavers or something. And then in this transition piece here, it is taped, so it's probably pretty damaged underneath that. But anyway, kind of cool. Actually, over where Kinsley is, you can see you can see directly down into the crawl space. See, there's the light of the crawl space down there. Here's one of the floor joists right there. And then there's a, coming over here, there's another, I think that's another floor joist right there. And some gapping. So it's a bit of a mess, but still really quite cool looking. In the previous video where we showed this floor, we revealed that this floor was underneath the plywood. I think I made a comment that this was probably the original stain back in the 30s when they put this floor down. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think this was stained at some point in the along the road between multiple owners of this property, of this house. I don't know when it was stained, but I don't think it was originally stained, and that's because this same tongue and groove flooring is underneath the laminate there, whatever that stuff is called, in the kitchen, and it's not stained, it's just normal, it's just the same, what is it, natural color. And I'm probably going to find the same thing under here once I start removing this plywood, which is what I'm about to start. So this is about what I expected. Same tongue and groove flooring, not stained. This looks to be in pretty good shape. I keep saying that, whether it's in good shape or not, and it really doesn't matter because we are taking it up still. But we do want to try to preserve as much as we can for maybe a future project using it somewhere for something. All right, so I think I'm going to just use the same technique I just did I have the skill saw, the right depth where I can just cut along the edges of all of the plywood here, take it up, and then the leftover pieces that still have the nails in it, I can work with the pry bar near the nails. Anyway, let's just get going on it. I got half of this room done. Well, almost done. I have edge pieces that I need to take up, and I have a bunch of nails all over the floor that need to be popped out. And then I have the other half of this room to do just to get the plywood off. I think I have bitten off way more than I realized. I didn't want to break it. I wanted them to come out. Some of the heads are smashed up, so I can't use the pry bar. That's breaking it. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's getting kind of late. Katie and I still need to record our Keeping It Kraemer vlog for the day. That's our second channel where we do daily vlogs, just kind of what's happening around the farm. So tomorrow I'm gonna continue on removing the floor, and then I'm gonna break down these walls here. That's the plan. So got pretty far. Definitely slow go, and like I mentioned before, it's kind of back-breaking work. You're not used to the bending over and pulling out nails and screws and stuff, but in the end, this is gonna definitely be worth it. Having a nice, level, flat, smooth, sturdy, no sag, no movement floor. It's going to be great, and then we'll rebuild the walls. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed so you know when I put the next one out, and all future videos of this 1930s farmhouse rehab. We'll see you later.